Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing so y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, the main dude when it comes to concussion, damn near retired but still in the house, is Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, right? One of the hardest punchers we've ever seen. And I used to always tell you guys, when it comes to pound for pound, that should have been somebody that should have been in the pound for pound list, because there's nobody in boxing at that particular time, or probably ever, that's knocking people out 20 to 25 pounds heavier than him as an average, constantly, with that knockout ratio. Or nobody weighing 212 pounds who he was knocking out. This is a heavyweight who was basically a bridgerweight, handling his business and knocking a whole lot of people out. You got to give him that. But in doing so, the whole right side of his body done shut down. You know what I mean? He's had torn biceps and shoulder injuries and all, definitely his fist, his hand all the time. But, that's what happens when you knock people out. One-punch knockouts, knockouts with convulsions, standing in front of people saying what you gonna do, world-class fighters. Highlight reel knockouts, but people are the average of 20 to 25 pounds heavier. You got to give it up. Now, New Russia don't like to give it up, but some things that we like to call fighters of color, right? Boring. You can't really call this guy boring, right? His career. If you missed it, you missed it. Now you got to watch the highlights. If you lived through it, you were always hyped before a Deontay Wilder fight, and you were always hyped in a Deontay Wilder fight. So give him that. Give him that. WBC champion, had a lot of title defenses, champion 5 years, all that for a guy who started the fighting at 19 years old. Well, now the guy's 40 years old, out of it, has a few losses, but hey, just like most boxers, they'll tell you, some things was wrong. So, he's on a comeback, and let's see what happens. Now, he's ranked about number 13 by the WBC. He's not really... people are not feared of him because they've seen he's lost by points with Joseph Parker, lackluster performance. Knocked out by Shila Shang, just basically knocked the hell out. So, you know what I'm saying? In the Tyson Fury debacle, I think he won the first fight, me personally. Deontay Wilder won that first fight as far as I'm concerned, knocking somebody out in 2 separate rounds and not getting beat up in the other ones and being the champion. Tell me someone else that would have did that. Another champion that lost a fight, knocking somebody down in 2 separate rounds, right? And not getting beat up in the other ones. And the other guy looks worse after the end of the fight. Show me that in history, and then we can discuss it, right? Because what they were saying in this fight was Tyson Fury won the fight, or damn, how did he only get a draw in the fight? And they would just say stuff like, Tyson Fury won all the rounds that he didn't get knocked down in. And I challenge people. No one ever does stuff. They don't ever answer. They just complain and don't talk about it. If you watch this video to now, right, go watch the first 6 rounds of Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury 1. The first 6 rounds. Forget the knockdowns. Just the first 6 rounds, and tell me that Tyson Fury won all of them. Now remember, the guy who's pushing the action normally gets fights if you score like that, right? The guy who's running around and putting his hands behind his back and sticking his chin out but not punching normally won't win those fights, right? So just make sure you're judging by those standards. So anyway, we're doing a lot of Deontay Wilder talking. Let's do it like this. Let's say this. The dude who's a living legend right now is Alexander Usyk. Right? Living legend. Right? Right now, while we fighting, he ain't retired like Tyson, like your boy Terrence Crawford yet. He's living right now. He's a legend, and he's done a lot of things. Why we call him a legend? Because, damn it, he's 2 division undisputed. And damn it, he's never fights at his hometown. He's Ukrainian. He probably don't know how to even get there. I done told you several times. He don't even know how to get to Ukraine. Right? So he ain't fought there. All that stuff he did in the light heavyweight, in the cruiserweight division, fighting Marco Huck in Berlin, fighting your boy Mario Briedis in Latvia, fighting Mariat Gassiev in Russia. Before that, fighting Michael Hunter in America. After that, fighting Tony Bellew in England. then beating up Anthony Joshua twice in England, beating up Tyson Fury in England, beating up Derek Chisora in England. His brother, they ain't fought at home. You know what I'm saying? Living legend, two division undisputed fighter, right? Can't say nothing to this guy. Awesome. If you're not paying attention, then you don't, then you just don't like boxing, right? So this is what we're talking about. These are heroes that are fighting right now. So since he's beating up everybody in his era, the three kings in his era were the Tyson Furies, Anthony Joshua, and Deontay Wilders. Now he's beaten those other two, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, twice. He got to scratch that itch, which is Deontay Wilder. He's heard some people say well, Deontay Wilder to catch him. He's heard all that stuff. He's got to get him. Then all these people are talking about he's ducking. Listen, man, I've heard somebody, as a matter of fact, one of my absolute favorite boxing uploader thinks that he's ducking Fabio Wardley and to fight Deontay Wilder. Just to say something negative about him. Now, Alexander Usyk, ducking, I don't like that word anyway, but avoiding Fabio Wardley is outlandishly ridiculous. There's no way this guy is fighting all these guys, and a Fabio Wardley is going to be the guy who he says, whoa, man, I don't want to stop. I done beat up Anthony Joshua twice. I done beat up Tyson Fury twice. I done been everywhere all over the world, beating up everybody in their backyards. But this Fabio Wardley is something I just don't want to come up against. I mean, he's watched Justice Hunis box rings around Fabio Wardley. He's seen Joseph Parker beating him too, right? And they're stopping the fight early with Joseph Parker and with Justice Hunis. Justice Hunis was standing up, and he was beating him so bad you let him stand up and at least finish that round and weather the storm, because he would have still won after being knocked down in round 10. Justice Hunis wins that fight 8 rounds to 2. It's ridiculous. So Fabio Wardley, I give him props for having resilience, having a chin, and belief in himself, and a punch. I give him that. But it is no way, no damn way, that Alexander Usyk is thinking, this is the guy that I'm scared of. Now, that might be Moses Itama or something, but not no damn Fabio Wardley. And that's no disrespect. But damn it, there's too many fighters out here that Usyk has fought for Fabio Wardley to be the one that he says, boy, that one right there, woo, I can't do that. The point is, Fabio Wardley has to beat somebody without controversy. We say that about all these other people. Like Canelo Alvarez, he hasn't beat anybody great without controversy. Neither has Fabio Wardley. Okay? He hasn't. Right? He's, there's no way this legend is like, I'm going to stop and I'm going to duck this guy. And Deontay Wilder has a faster punch than Fabio Wardley. Right? He's just as dangerous. Now, Deontay Wilder's older. Let the man, and here's another thing. Alexander Usyk deserves to do what the hell he wants to do. If he is avoiding a Fabio Wardley, let Fabio Wardley go ahead and do 1 or 2 more things so that the world would be like, whoa, that Fabio Wardley. It wouldn't be people like me out here that's still mad about Justice Hunis. That's ridiculous. I don't care. People can move on from stuff too quick. Justice Hunis beat the hell out of the dude and give him a rematch. Justice Hunis is out there, nobody's talking about him. If Fabio Wardley is great, then so the hell is Justice Hunis. Okay? If he's great. If he's so good, then so the hell. You don't get outboxed 10 damn rounds and hit some guy with some punch, and then the guy stands up and we call it off real quick. You let him stand up to see if he can weather. Man, boxers do this for the round, the whole round, and weather a storm. And if we that fight right there, if we're doing that, these quick stoppages that we're having, okay, that Agate Kabayal and Knaba stoppage, that was quick too. Well, I'm going to tell y'all, we keep doing these quick stoppages like that, okay? We wouldn't have had a Corrales and Castillo. We wouldn't have had that. We wouldn't have had none of them fights between your boy that passed away, that Floyd Mayweather beat up bad. Can't think of his name right now. Him and Mickey Ward. Wouldn't have had none of that, Gotti and Ward. All that stuff. All those fights where it goes back and forth. Wouldn't have had no George Foreman versus your boy, what's the bud that came from jail? They knocked each other out. All those fights like that, we wouldn't have had if it's quick stoppages. So all these quick stoppages, and Flavio Wardley has been in 2 of them. Joseph Parker should have been allowed to continue, and so the hell is Justice Hunis, because Justice Hunis was beating the living daylights out of him. He outclassed him ridiculously, and there's no way you don't let the guy at least get up and finish the damn 10th round, and if he keeps getting beat up some more, then okay. But you give him an opportunity. First time he's hurt, and he got knocked down, he got clocked by another heavyweight, went down, but got up, and I'm going to be stumbling around a little bit. But that's why I got 10 seconds. And let me get them 10, and then I'm going to run around. I might probably run literally a while to get my cobwebs out and see if I can do it. But I outclassed this guy. Give me an opportunity. You don't outclass another boxer 9 damn rounds and get hit by some kind of one punch, and then just because that happened, then the fight's over, even though I'm standing up. If I'm knocked out and you got to take the mouthpiece out while I'm laying on the ground, that's a whole different ballgame than standing up. Wow, see? I shouldn't have got started. Don't want to rant about that. Bottom line here is this. Alexander Usyk versus Deontay Wilder is a fight that's supposed to happen. Let Alexander Usyk fight whoever the hell he wants to, and at least he's fighting somebody who's dangerous. Deontay Wilder, I think we can all agree, regardless, is still dangerous, right? And your boy's going to have to be on his P's and Q's. Alexander Usyk, just think this. Damn, I'm going to box his ears off, just like I boxed Tyson Fury's ears off, and damn Anthony Joshua, and I'm a legend, and y'all ain't let me fight who the hell I want to, because I am awesome. I am proven. I will go to your backyard to beat you up. And that brings me to this. He wants to fight Wilder in America. Not, hey, let's get some neutral ground. Let me see, because it's going to be a points thing, and I don't want to be robbed and all that old stuff. Nothing. Never has been. I'm going to wherever you're from, so there's no discrepancies. That's what we call a legend. So let the fight happen. Usyk versus Wilder in America some damn where. If, don't get me started. Well, let's hope. Doma Sports Talk. Worldwide,